Hey guys, how is it going? It's your boy Gaz9919 and you join me here on what is basically part 2 of this Project Mk1 Focus, if that's what you want to call it. Today we're tackling another sort of smallish job. We're going to attack the belt because it seems to be chirping a bit when it's cold on tickover. You know what I mean, when your belt's going and you get the chip 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 chip. So I think maybe it's probably the belt. We're going to take the belt off and inspect the pulleys because there's every chance it could be maybe even a water pump on its way out or something like that. But we're just going to have a good check of everything, make sure there's no play in any of the pulleys, and then get the new belt whacked on. But to be fair, first of all we're going to have to put it on ramps. So I've got like low ramps, so I'm going to need to get it up in the air a bit because you've got to attack the tensioner from the bottom. Okay, so here is the belt in question. Doesn't look crazy bad upon first inspection. The usual signs of, as we can see here with the writing, that's started to fade off a bit, so it's, you know, it's an aged belt. Kind of hard to see if there's any tears or rips in the ribs. Okay, so there isn't quite enough room for me to get under there even with them ramps because I'm rather large. So I think what I'm going to do is just jack up from one side just to lift the suspension. We're not going to be lifting the wheel off the ground, but just the suspension, and then we should be able to attack it a bit better. So this is my view from underneath. As you'll see, there is the belt along there. You'll see that there's this cover which is held on by 2 bolts, and I think they're 8mm bolts. But you take them 2 off and we get this cover off, and then we've got a lot better access to removing the belt. There it is. As it turns out, I was right, it is at 8mm, and then you just got another one up there. So now we can get those off. I'm probably not going to record this, as I think you've all seen a bolt being removed before. And we've removed this cover, that was here, so now we can see all of the pulleys and whatnot. Here you can see your cog for your AC, your harmonic balancer, and just up there, just there, that's where your tensioner is. And I believe you rotate that in a clockwise motion on that bolt there, and then that'll slacken off the belt. Above that you've got your alternator, idler pulley here, water pump and power steering. So it's fairly simple, fairly straightforward with taking it off and putting it back on. You just got to remember how it goes. Okay, so the belt is off. Again, just use the spanner. I think it's a, what's that say? 14, no, it's 15mm. If you're just using spanners like me, then you can use this technique for extra leverage, where you put the ring through that side, double up on spanners, double up on leverage. Just be careful because it can slip off quite easily and you might hurt yourself. But that is how we get the belt off anyway. Now you just unthread it and apply the new belt. But before we do that, we're going to check the cogs. You can check a couple from down here. Take these spanners out of the way. You just really feeling for any sort of play. AC feels smooth. That runs smooth, there's no play in it anywhere. Also, you can remove this reservoir tank if you want to. So I've actually decided to take this off. It's like a little clip here that you've got to push down and then pull this plastic bit over. That's hooks on there. And just that 10mm bolt I was on about. So now obviously we've got a bit more access. You can get to the alternator pulley and things like that. So now we can have a proper investigation as to our noise. Alternator spinning freely with no play. Okay, so now we can start checking things. I have noticed with this, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's ever so slight play back and forth. And the water pump seems fine, to be fair. It was just the I think this could have been quite I think out of all the parts I suspect this one the most. See if it'll focus. You see that play? So I think this is what's making a lot of noise. So if it's cost efficient, we may replace this. But for now, seeing as we've got the belt off, may as well get the new one back on. Now the first thing you want to check with belts before you do anything, because you could save yourself hours doing this, because if you end up with the wrong belt, you're going to be trying to put it back together and you got the wrong belt, so it's too short and you're getting frustrated. So always check beforehand. And I've just checked the other one, it's exactly the same size. What you do, you put a thumb at the either end of the belt, stretch it out with the old one and the new one, and they should come to about the same length. I have spotted something on the old belt, has made me question it a bit, and that is, if you see there, you can see there's a bit of trauma to it. So we've got a bit of a chunk missing there. So it has started to wear slightly. Well, same there, look. So, you know, we are starting to experience a bit of wear. I guess there's still a slight chance that the belt could be at fault for the squealing. So now this is going to be a right pain of a job. It's a lot easier if you've got two people, someone at the top to thread it round and someone at the bottom. I am by myself, so I'm just going to have to see how I go with it. Go around from the top. This is why I've removed this, sort of give myself a bit of an easier life, so I can thread it around the alternator and I can get access to these pulleys a little easier. Okay, so you want to get yourself to about this stage here where you've just got one cog to go at the bottom. It's all wired up correctly around the top. And now you literally do the 2-spanner method on that again, clockwise motion, it'll give you some slack, and then just feed it around here. So now we're at this stage where we're basically done the job. Before putting this plate back on, we're going to try to fire her up, but before we do that we want to make absolute sure all the belts are in the correct grooves, we're not out at all. You know, we want to make everything's connected, make sure everything's connected and it's aligned. If anything is slightly out, then there's every chance that it will just sort of knock itself back into place, but we'll double check and we'll just have a look at the top now. Again, just making sure everything's aligned. And before we start it, I think it's a good thing to put this coolant tank back, just because we want to keep it level. I want to make sure the coolant circulates as it should when the engine's running. Also, another quick tip, whenever you're doing any work in the engine, always make sure you remove all your tools before starting. So easy to do, to leave something there and then it'll like rattle down into the engine somewhere. Okay, let's do this. So you want to be in the car and ready to shut it off, because if you start hearing any weird noises you can act quite quick. Make sure it's not in gear. Nice. So just a quick one here. What we're looking for is any sort of wobbling about like that, which if we look at it dead ahead, it's straight and true. You can tell that it's not wobbling about anywhere. That cog that we looked at, I don't know, it seems like it's got a slight bit of vibration to it, but... And that noise, by the way, is the heat shield when you hear that rattling. It's nothing to do with the belt. But yeah, I think a job well done, to be honest. Okay, so everything is okay. Everything was groovy, we didn't have a problem at all. The belt seemed to be quite happy on there, and the noise seemed to have stopped, so whatever we did must have been okay. I won't know for sure until we get the next cold start, but it's been pretty cold all through today, so I think if it was going to do it, would have maybe done it. But regardless, you can't go wrong with the new belt. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, maybe even hit that bell icon for notifications on future uploads. But until the next time, peace.